I've lost track of how many videos I made tonight. I'm not going to combine them. I'm too lazy. This is not a continuation of the fixing the wheels video. I'm going to probably put that in 3 or 4 parts or however many videos I made. But this is, while we were talking about those things, I decided to haul out my 2x2 axle tires. So these are the 6 right here that I just finished fixing in this previous video. So pretty happy. All the tires are back on. Pretty smooth sailing. You don't see too much rust. They're just going to be added to my collection now. So again, I won't go over how I did it. You can watch the previous videos. There was actually one axle that did not come clean at all, but still works. Where is it? This one. Like, it just, no matter how much I sanded it, but it still works. So those 6 will be added to my bin. And then these 4, as they are going to be added to the bin. I didn't bother putting the tires back on yet. But the bin. The bin. Oh, tires. So this is my one bin of all 2x2 brick with axle from the 70s. So I have a few white. I don't think this is supposed to be original. I think they only came with the smooth tires, the white guys. I haven't researched it at all. I never had these when I don't remember getting a set when I was growing up that had white 2x2 bricks. But I do remember a gabillion sets when I was growing up that came with 2x2 black bricks with axle. The double axle for the fire trucks. Again, if I pull it down, I just happen to have one that's actually missing a back axle. It probably fell somewhere, and I just have one, so I'll put it under. So that's going in the trash bin. Or is this one of those clippy ones? I think this is one of those clippy ones. So yeah, so they came in 2 different flavors. There's ones with clips where it's not actually broken. They clip in and they come off, which is kind of neat. And then, like, as you can see, the front axle has a little bit of a ring around the axle. You can't actually pull it off. Anyway, so these are the sets, probably late 60s, but definitely 70s. Because that's when I got them, 73, 74, 75. All the fire stations and police stations and whatever else, there's just a gabillion of these things. And so I had lots anyway when I was a kid, because those are the sets that I got from, 4 to 10 before Classic Space, or not even Classic Space. So 78 Classic Space came out, so I would have been 11-ish. So, and even after that, in the basic sets, these things were still available. So I had lots growing up, but then after buying a lot of sets over the years, I got a lot more. This is just all 2x2 bricks with axle, and they even got some red ones. And again, I never bothered looking up to see. I don't know why it's this. I think it's probably because I keep on doing rentals in the basement and forgetting to put lids on these things. Some of my tires are really dirty. I should wash this whole bin again, but I'm not going to. So you can see some of these axles are a little rusty, but overall they're perfect. And look at yellow in this guy. Definitely not one of mine. So that one was rusty, good. So you can go through this bin, and most of my axles look like this that I inherited. I never seen rust on an axle like I did with the lot that I just got. I never, ever, 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 ever saw that. Like, I don't even know if I want to put that in here. I'll have to see. And then, as you can see, the bin's full anyway. Like, this is overflowing. So this is my 2x2 brick tires, axle, 2x2 brick with axle and tires. So we'll put that aside, and then I'll pull in this one. And again, this is not that well sorted, but it's sorted enough. So what I did was, these are all the one wheel, going right back to the original motorcycle wheels from the mid-70s with the guys with no arms and no moving arms, and the trolleys, whatever you want. So this is the that brick. So I mean that wheel. Anything that, like, landing gear from a plane, any single wheels, they're all in here. Even the little plastic wheels that they use for dollies and new sets, they're all in here, because where else am I going to put them? I don't use them too much, but it's nice to know they're all in one spot. And then this is my one bag of tires, my favorite tires. There's some odds in here, but mostly it is these guys. Mostly it is these guys. But then again, I don't know why that guy would be there. But you probably saw, if I can find them easily. If I can't, I'm not going to worry about it. The other rubber tire that's flatter. No, that's not it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Oh wait, there it is. I saw them. So it's a rubber tire. Again, I cannot remember right now. They're not this tire. Which set this came in. I cannot remember, and I don't really, I know I have it, so there it is. So that's my, and I actually got a few of those tires, these tires, here we go. I got a few of those tires in this lot that'll end up in this bag, so I know where they all are. Then the rest of the bag is, well, I didn't know where else to put these. Again, I had one or two growing up, car trailers, motorcycle trailers, whatever. But again, collecting over the years at garage sales and whatever else, I got a whole bunch more. Obviously, I haven't sorted this thing out too much. And now this is the 2x2 plate with tires. So again, the tires from, I don't know why there's a gray piece on here. There we go. Everything after 1982, basically. For the Galaxy Commander, and let's see, I thought I had all the cars up there. I cannot find it. I don't see it now. Oh, there it is. Come on. Don't disappoint me in front of all my friends. This guy. So this is what they did. They took those 2x2 plates with axle and hubs, and they put these big knobby tires on it. Smart idea, Lego. Seriously, that was brilliant. I loved it. But then the original. Here's the original, and these a lot from me and a lot from others. I actually know this one, and I'm not going to mention names, but some young child a few years back, and I didn't realize it for weeks on end, had spilt his milk. That's actually dried milk. And it doesn't, and it's stained that way, and it wouldn't come off because this thing, I come downstairs and it was like that, and there was a corner of milk in here. So, anywho, no names mentioned. So gray 2x2 plates and black 2x2 plates. The big tires. Now the white hubs again came in a few sets, so that's kind of neat. I got a few of those. Most of them are red, obviously, but I have a few whites, especially in the smaller ones. I don't organize them too much. I think somebody did this because I don't think white came with these black smooth tires. I think the black smooth tires stopped on the brick. I don't remember too many 2x2 plates coming with the smooth tire. They all came with these knobby tires. But again, I'm not a historian specifically on this one, so I could be absolutely wrong on that. But this again, this whole bin is 2x2 plates with axle, and so I can, as I said, that shouldn't be in there. I didn't need those extra 6, but I'm glad I got them working again because I have lots, and so these 6 that I just got refixed, I'm gonna put in here. So that's what I will say until I build something. I do miss this era. I honestly do, because again, the bricks, first of all, yes, but the actual there we go. Oh, it's missing a piece. Anyway, these, it was my for town, it was the 4 wide vehicles, my favorite. You can do a lot more with 6, obviously, and you can have people sitting side by side. But I love, this one's really dusty. I loved this era for Lego. Again, I was still a kid, so I mean, of course I loved it. It's nostalgic. But all these plates, 2x2 plates with tires, axles, and hubs, the wheel hubs, fenders, whatever you want to call them. Probably fenders. And even in the classic space, like, like just reams of classic space, just reams. And even when they did the oh, where is it? Where is he? He's got, oh, maybe he's not even up here. I would have thought the lab, mobile lab. I do not see him. I could have sworn I had one up here. It's probably locked up. I do not see a mobile lab anywhere. Anyway, the mobile lab came with 6 of those tires. Those six of those sets of tires. But even this guy, one of my favorite sets, there was just a nice time. So anyway, I've talked enough. I showed off enough. I'm going to put all this stuff back. So I got 2 tires in this lot that are now going in this bag here. So this is again how I try to sort things and keep things separate. Like I could put these in a smaller bin, but right now there's airspace in here. So this thing goes in here. These things go in here. Blah, blah, blah. These things hide in here. Zip that up. And this just goes back on the shelf. There you go. So that's one bin. It's getting heavy. This is the other bin. And again, I'm going to debate for a while whether I'm going to put these guys in there because they are really, really rusty and I can't fix that. I'm a little sad about that because I was looking forward to fixing these things. But again, do I really need to? As you can see behind it. I might just leave them like this so I know that they're together and just leave them right there on the edge there. There you go, guys. Since I was fixing the other ones, I thought I'd show off these ones that I already have. And again, as I like to say in most of my videos, if you have anything you want to see or talk about, want me to talk about when it comes to my collection or my history with this hobby, just drop me a line, PM me, or leave a comment below. I will never beg you guys for likes or subscribes. It's not my style. And I love it when you do. I'll say that straight up. I love it when I come in and I say, oh, somebody subscribed. That's very sweet. I'm not here for the money. I'm not here for the hits. I'm not here for the, hey, he's got a great YouTube channel that has thousands of followers. I've been doing YouTube since YouTube basically began. Way back in the day, I've had a channel since YouTube started, and I got 300 subscribers. And I'm very happy with that. All you people are my friends. I think I know most of the subscribers to my YouTube channel, which is something that the people who have 1.5 million followers cannot say. And I do it because I love to do it. And if I have 1 subscriber, 300 subscribers, or 3 million subscribers, it's not going to make me change the way I make videos. I do videos the way I want to present them. And people give me wonderful feedback and they drop me a line, they send me a message, or they even, post a reply below. But I go on these other YouTubes, and I'm not faulting them because to them it's income, right? They get a check. They say, oh, like and subscribe. It's not begging. That's their job. Right? So, but that's not, if YouTube disappeared tomorrow, the only thing that would change is I would resurrect my old website and upload my videos there, and then you guys could find them there. YouTube makes it very convenient, very easy for me to upload videos to and to share them with you. That's why I use YouTube. That's why I will probably continue on using YouTube, even though they have commercials and crap. It's very convenient. But if they're gone tomorrow, I'm going to just go back the way I used to do it with my own website. Anyway, that's enough of that. Leave a comment below if you want to. PM me, send me. Most of you know who I am. You can find me on Flickr. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me anywhere you want. Sparky1701 is basically what I use everywhere. So I'd love to hear from you. I love this hobby. I love talking about this hobby, and I love talking about the collection that I've acquired over the last 50+ years. And I love doing new things like this tire thing. It never even occurred to me. I never had to worry about it before, but it never even occurred to me. I've heard previously, oh, I had rusty axles and this is how I fixed it. I just ignored it because I didn't have any until this lot. So it's a huge hobby out there. There's a whole bunch. I think I've said this before, and I'll say it now. Continue wasting your time. Sorry about that. This is one hobby that you can do wildly different things and still be as productive, shall we say, or as happy, or everybody should be happy in this hobby, but you can, I was WD-40ing WD-40ing my Lego today, first time ever. So I was like, and somebody told me that on a Facebook group, and I'm going, I should have occurred to me. It didn't. I'm glad they told me, and this is great. And now I have 6 working tires. So somebody has done it. Somebody, whatever you want to do with this hobby, somebody can help you. And whatever you want to do, it could be wildly different than what somebody else does with this hobby. And it's still as legitimate. I guess that's what I'm looking for. Whatever you want to do with this hobby is as legitimate as what other people do with this hobby. And they can be completely different. And nobody has the right to tell you you're doing it wrong. Nobody has. I remember getting in a thread, this has got to be a while back, with the clone troopers. I can't remember where it was. It might have been on, I don't think it was on Flickr. I think it was on Facebook. Some kid who is a huge Star Wars fan and collects a lot of Star Wars Lego sets wanted to make his own clone troopers because I don't know much about Star Wars, and I never watched the Clone Wars because it was a cartoon and I never got around to watching it. But I know about it, and I guess they're all color coded. The clone troopers, depending on where they're coming from or what army they're, quote unquote, what army they're part of. And so there's a lot of people who have artistic talent, and they hand paint, just like with the mechs and the Warhammer 4,000, 40,000, whatever that is, and they paint their mechs, right? They paint their guys, they paint their figs, they paint whatever, and they do a good job, because that's what I have no skill to do that. I have 0 skill to paint my miniatures. I remember going down to Silver Snail in downtown Hamilton, and you see all those little not iron, but the little minifigs, not minifig, Lego minifigs, but the little cast iron things. And you buy them and people paint them and they make them look so realistic. That's fantastic. Love that. And so people were doing that to Lego Clone Troopers, to paint them up like they were in whatever episode. And this kid comes along who's all of 8. Right? And he says, oh, guys, look what I did. I saw the episode and I painted my guys to look like that. And everybody's like trashing this kid because he doesn't have the talent that they have. What, dude, the kid's 8 and he put effort into it and he loved it. And you guys just, again, we're not here for pats in the head. I get that. I honestly get that. I'm not here for a pat on the head, which is why I don't need you. I don't need you guys to like and subscribe. I don't need that pat on the head to say, hey, Dave, you're doing a good job. If you think I'm doing a good job and you want to let me know, hey, I'll take it. But I don't need to beg for it. But that's different than an 8-year-old who put, honestly, by the sounds of it, honest to goodness effort into painting some clone troopers that he got in whatever set to match whatever clone troopers are on whatever episode. And he was so excited to share it with the world. And then you get these holier than thou, oh, that is crap because it doesn't look like it should because you missed whatever. It's, as honest to goodness, going off on a slight tangent, I remember Rogue One. And seeing Rogue One. And again, I love Star Wars. It's not Star Trek, which is a way of life, but I like Star Wars. And I saw Rogue One and I adored it from beginning to end. I thought, this is fantastic. This is utterly fantastic to be episode 3.5. It led right into episode 4. And I love the whole thing, but for goodness sake, Darth Vader walking down the hallway, it's just, I was 10 years old again. I was 10 years old again when I saw Star Wars in the theater for the first time. I loved it. I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was part of the story. I thought it was necessary, and it was fan service, straight up. Sure, but I don't care. I love fan service. Give me put the Guardian on the Guardian of Time. Put that in a Star Trek episode from Discovery. Why wouldn't you offer fan service? But anyway, not to bring Star Trek in this, but The Guardian of Forever. So Darth Vader, loved the scene, thought it was perfect, brilliant. I get on these forums and people are just trashing. Oh, Rogue One was great except for, and I go, what are you talking about? What world do you live in that you can't enjoy that scene? Darth Vader walking down the hallway, that you have to trash the entire franchise or the director or whomever because you didn't like it. And you can see the excitement that it caused in everybody else. So here's this 8-year-old kid who painted his clone trooper, posted online to whatever group he posted into, and people are just laying into him. I don't get it. I get what's the word I'm looking for? I get letting people know that maybe perhaps if you look at it this way, or constructive criticism. Sorry, I can't believe I forgot that. I get constructive criticism, but that was not constructive criticism. It was trashing an 8-year-old's feelings. And that is wrong 7 days from Sunday. Like, it's just, don't be an idiot. Don't be gatekeepers. Don't be holier than thou when you think you see something else that you don't personally like. There's lots of things in this world that I do not personally like. Like, straight up. Even with the Lego hobby. As I say, you can do almost anything you want with this hobby, and there's going to be people who are going to like it, and there's going to be people who don't like it. I can't think of anything right off the top of my head that I dislike when it comes to this hobby. I can't think of anything right now. I'm sure I'll think of something. But again, if you like something that somebody else doesn't like, who cares what the other person thinks? That's the way I was brought up. Who cares? This is why I played the Lego through high school. This is why I played Lego through college. This is why I played Lego through my 20s and into my 30s and into my 40s and now even into my 50s. Because I guarantee you, I have stories about people in high school. Because I showed them, I brought the movie in, or the movie that Pete, Jake, and I made. I brought it to school. I talked to the student council. I said, hey, student council, I made this movie at home. I'm excited about it. And they said, hey, we could like show it and get a classroom at lunchtime, put it in the announcements. Hey, one of our, students made this movie, pay 25 cents, make fundraising, quote unquote, for the student council, and show the movie on the VCR. And a lot of people said, well, not a lot of people. A few people said, you're a doofus, Cowdice, because you're making Lego movies when you're 16. Screw you, dude. Like, I don't care what you think. First of all, the 99% of the people, one of the teachers I really respected came to me after that movie. He came in. He gave up his lunchtime to come in and watch this movie. It's 20 minutes. He came in and we're finished, credits roll, the kids all leave the room. He comes over to me and he goes, Dave, that was utterly fantastic. Again, I don't need a pat in the head, but it was sincere. It was genuine. And I accepted that on behalf of Jake and Pete. But it was very sweet of the teacher to go out of his way to watch this movie. And he had really awesome questions. Hey, how'd you do this? How'd you do that? Blah, blah. It was very, very genuine. And so I have no problem ignoring the riffraff, the peanut gallery, the idiots who don't get it, because not everybody does get it. And it's not a detriment to them not getting it. I don't care that they don't get it. And I don't care that they don't care, because it's their lives and they go in. And I guess I knew this in high school, that most of the people that I spent 5 years with, I was never going to see again when I left high school. Again, back when I was younger, high school was 5 years, but I would never see them again. So their opinion of me, negative or otherwise, especially if it was negative, didn't matter to me. Because who are these people when I'm 25? Who are these people when I'm 30? I have, right now, I'm 50 plus years old. I have basically 2 or 3 close friends still to this day that I had from high school. One of them was the best man at my wedding. And I was the best man at his wedding. And I didn't get married till I was well into my 30s. And another one, a lot of my friends I lost touch with. A lot of my friends from high school I lost touch with. And then when the internet shows up and Facebook shows up, hey, let's go for a coffee. And now we're friends again. But there was a whole 20 years in there that I didn't know where they were in the world. This is going off in so many tangents. But the bottom line is, to bring it all back, there's a difference between admonishing or being a gatekeeper or being negatively critical of a 20 or 30 something than an 8-year-old person. And you look at where it's coming from. When your kid brings home his artwork from kindergarten, and you say, that's a piece of crap, why'd you bring this to me? You're an idiot. And if your friend shows off his kid's picture and you say that's a piece of crap, you're still an idiot. And if your complete stranger online who's 8 years old shows off something that he, honest to goodness, put effort into, whether or not it's pastel or, Play-Doh or whatever, and he's excited to talk about his clone troopers, and you say, that's crap, you're an idiot. And I said so. If you have constructive criticism for the 8-year-old that says, hey, keep on practicing, you'll be able to make your line smoother, straighter, or hey, use tape, whatever. There was so many constructive things to say to an 8-year-old when he comes in with his clone troopers, with what you call squiggly lines on the helmet. Dude, don't say, oh, that's crap because they're squiggly lines. Say, hey, Timmy, whatever the kid's name is. Oh, that's a good start, Timmy. That's fantastic. That's good effort. Practice makes perfect, blah, blah, blah. Next time use tape. I made in the movie, if you ever watch it, I made Dark Dude. I think Dark Dude, again, not going to go into the name of it, the bad guy. He had a white stripe on his arm, down to his wrist and down the pant leg, and I used masking tape and liquid paper so, to make that little stripe, Adidas stripe down the side of his clothes. It's what I did back then when I was 16. Again, I'm no artist, and so yes, these people are making Warhammer minifigs that look realistic, have lots of talent and have lots of experience, but I can guarantee you when they were 8, they didn't do that. Guarantee it. So leave the kid alone. Anyway, this is already almost 30 minutes of me ranting, which is completely off topic of what this stuff was. I don't even know how I got on this topic now that I'm well into it. Let's roll it all back. Be nice. This hobby is fantastic in so many ways, so many, almost infinite number of ways, just like the infinite number of ways you can build Lego. And everybody has their loves about this hobby. Everybody has their dislikes of this hobby. But in the end, it's the hobby that you make it to be. And on one hand, don't listen to the naysayers. On the other hand, if you are a naysayer and you don't like something that somebody's doing with this hobby that's not harming you in any way, shape, or form, or harming anybody else in any way, shape, or form, shut up and let other people enjoy the hobby the way they want to. And you can enjoy the hobby you want to. I'm going to fully support your love of the hobby the way you want it. I'm going to absolutely support that. I've gone to shows and things that I never could care about. You're interested, like as I said in other videos, I'm interested. I get positive reinforcement by your passion for whatever you're interested in. I never ever want to drive a motorcycle, period, in my life. Never have, never will. I know I would probably kill myself the first day I had one, but I am not a motorcycle aficionado. Don't care. My dad loves motorcycles. He has a motorcycle. He adores his motorcycle, and he talks to me about his motorcycle, and I'm genuinely enthused to listen to him talk about it. I love him talking about his motorcycle. It's his passion, and his passion, I really appreciate other people's passion. Even I have no concept of what they're passionate about. I'll sit there and listen to somebody go on about that stuff forever, for sure, because I love people's passion, and I know enough about, I'm a generalist about everything. I know enough to understand what they're talking about usually. And if I need clarification, I ask for clarification. And I will let the 8-year-old go on about his clone troopers for an hour and a half. what he did, what love, and how it ties into the episode, and his passion about it, and what he was thinking, and whatever. This is what I do at a show. When people come up to me and they start talking about the classic space layout, and they talk about, I had that set when I was a kid, and this is what I did with it. And we went on so many adventures, and I went over to my friend's place, and he had his classic space collection, and blah, 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 and we had a grand old time. I love those stories. And I will not, oh, sorry, dude, I gotta go. I'm not interested. No, you're at a show. Be interested. Because this is what you do at a show. If you're online in a public group, when people are showing off their stuff, and you don't like what they're showing off, don't say anything. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. It's the world I grew up in. But more importantly, if you are going to say something that you say, maybe this person could do it better, do it in a constructive criticism kind of way, not a destructive criticism kind of. What do you think happened to that 8-year-old? Like, I don't know. But what do you think would happen to the 8-year-old when these guys are, oh, that's a piece of crap. Like, you're doing it wrong. That never worked. It doesn't work for me now when I'm 54. Somebody says, you're an idiot. Oh, see ya. I don't have to talk to you anymore. Now I have no regard to what you have to say from this moment forward. If you come into the conversation demanding that the other person's a jackass or an idiot or whatever without doing it politically, constructively, whatever, I'm not interested. You've already poisoned the well. To anything else you might have to say that would help. Anybody who has to make other people inferior, people, not the object, not the hobby, not the whatever you're talking about. If you make people inferior to start the conversation, then I'm already done with you. I really am. I'm not interested anymore. I don't care if you have the best of intentions. I don't care if you have the best ideas in the world. I don't care about any of it. If you come in belittling the person, especially an 8-year-old, I'm done with you. I don't need to talk to you anymore. I'm going to go over there now. So, anyway, that's enough. I'm going to wrap this up. You guys all stay safe. I'm done for the weekend. I'm going to hang out with the family. And in the end, it was a great lot to buy. Very happy I got it. The cleaning process was a little more in-depth than I'm used to. And in the end, worth it. First of all, I learned stuff, and secondly, I have a good set of pieces now that I can just roll into the collection. And not to rub it in, I have another 918. Well, mostly another 918. I just can't seem to get rid of them. You guys all stay safe, take care, and I love all of you. And stay healthy. Get your shot when you can, and I'll see you on the flip side.